Now, the variable is typed as item. That is the type of the variable, which is this class up here. This type is the item type right here. But the object that is inside, that is referenced by this, is not an item. Instead, it is a chair. So when I say item.display, because this item.display is an abstract method and it's being implemented by the chair, when I say item.display, what's happening is execution is going to jump to right here. This is the method that's going to be invoked. Now, if I later said something like, actually, I'm going to, so this invokes right here. If I were to say item equals inventory at 1, what's going to happen here is now I'm going to store a reference to this AK-47. This guy is going to get put into the item reference variable. So now this item variable points to an AK-47, and because he now points to this object, although the variable type remains the same, it remains item. That's the same variable type. Because remember, variable types cannot change. The actual type of the object that this reference is pointing to does change by assigning it to a gun object. And because I've changed the type of the object, when I do another subsequent item.display, instead of this display method being invoked, this display method gets invoked. Okay, so is it true type? So the true type for any gun, chair, potion is item. Not necessarily. The point there really is no true type. There's two types of type.
Yeah, this does get muddy here. It's interesting.
Use the word kind.
There's two kinds of types. There's the variable type and the object type, and they can differ. This is the variable type. And the reason item is the variable type is because that's what we said the variable is typed to. We literally said that this is an item variable. But the item variable can point to any object that implements item. So it can point to any of these items.
Right, let me add to that. Because those items over in inventory, the AR-15 is a gun, but it is an item because gun inherits from item. So AR-15, while it is a gun, it is an item. AK-47 is a gun, but it is an item. So it is these things. Now, the computer chair is a chair, but it is an item, but it is not a gun. Because computer chairs of type where we're starting at with an extended item called chair, and chair is inheriting from item, but has nothing to do whatsoever with gun, because gun could have some of its own functionality that relates to things a gun can do, such as shoot, reload, etc. And finally, health potion. Health potion is a potion, so it's not a chair, it's not a gun, it's a potion, but it's also an item. So all of these things that's in that item inventory list are all items, and that is why they can go into the inventory list. Because all of them inherit from item, and just the simple fact that they inherit from item makes them an item. But because of inheritance, now they're an item that's been extended. They can have new stuff added on to them. They've inherited the stuff from item, so they can be known as an item, but now with new stuff that's more specific to the type that we're trying to design them to be, such as a gun, a chair, a potion.
But the gun as an item is limited to only doing things that items can do, right? Yes. When you are referencing a gun object with an item variable, you can only invoke methods or access properties that are made available on this common base.
Exactly, because at that point you're referencing, let's say, the gun through a type that has been defined as being an item, it doesn't know if it's a gun, a chair, a potion, or something else that's extended. That's why when Nelson put the little fancy example up earlier saying, yeah, we can still shoot the gun if we wanted to, but we have to do a little bit to verify that the item is really a gun. Because we know it's an item. The fact that it's in the inventory list means it has to be an item.